Hello students, Jai Hind, very good morning, welcome back. As you all know, in our last lecture, we were understanding how to find mean of the data. That was the topic we were targeting at that time, okay? Now in today's lecture, what we are targeting is, in today's lecture, yesterday, means in our first lecture, we have understood how to find mean of the data. In that, if you can remember, the first example which I have taken, that was a simple example of group data. Okay, where we utilize the formula x bar equal to sigma fi xi upon n. Then we have taken another example which was group but classified data, not only classified data, but that was a data consisting of all classes with regular class height. In today's lecture, what we are targeting, as you all know, there are three methods to find mean. One is shortcut method and another two methods. One of the method that is known as assume mean method and another which is known as step deviation method. In today's lecture, we are going to target one example. Specifically, I don't take examples from material, okay? I am taking another exemplars to solve here so that you will have one more spare sum left for homework. Understand, in previous lecture I have given example number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of self-learning practice 1. Understand, to be solved all by assumed mean method. Okay. Now, dear student, in today's lecture number 2, chapter 14, that's statistics. Okay. Now, what we are going to do today? We are going to target today another method. Okay, that is step deviation method. Actually, dear student, when you are doing step deviation method, you will feel much similarity with assume mean method. There are some minor differences in step deviation method. Okay, let us take one example and try to solve it by step deviation method. Note down the name, step deviation method. Sometime it happens in board exam that they particularly mention when you solve example that this is to be solved particularly by step deviation method. Okay. Now, dear student, one more thing as we move ahead in this lecture, I will distinguish between the given data. Understand, some minor difference in the data will come as we solve examples in step deviation method. Okay, let me write and you also note down with me example number 1 in today's lecture. Instruction, as you all know, find, this is the instruction sometime specifically mentioned in board exam, find mean by step deviation method. Step deviation method, okay, mean to be found out by this particular method. Let me write class and frequency. Class and frequency, as usual, you know, they are always given to you as a primary data. Class is given, frequency is given. Let me write the classes 50 to 70. Okay. Then second class, note down 70 to 90. Then 90 to 110. Okay. 50 to 70, 70, 90, 90, 110, 110 to 130, then 130 to 150. Note down the class column, and at last 150 to 170. These are the classes given. Okay. And frequency has been given 10, that is the frequency of the first class, 10, okay. Then 18, then 7, 10, 18, 7, 6, 5, 4, okay. These are the frequencies given to you. So we have class and frequency already, okay, and we are looking to find mean by the method of step deviation. As you all know, dear student, whenever, please remember one thing, whenever you come across any example, what first you should target, which is important for you. Whenever you come across any example, you should target one thing. You need to identify the given data. This is a data, understand, consisting of classes with regular class length, class width or class height. Not only that, that all classes are having equal class height, but you can find one thing also, that it is a regular continuous data, 50 to 70, 70 to 90, 90 to continuous data. You know the meaning. The upper boundary of the previous class is represented as lower boundary of the succeeding class. So it can be called a continuous data, 50 to 70, 70 to 90, 90 to 110, that way. So whenever, dear student, you come across such data which is of regular class height and continuous data, it becomes easy for you, understand, to solve the example by step deviation method. Class frequency are given. Let me write the class mark, okay. For class mark, which symbol we utilize? Xi. How to find the class mark? You all know. It is regular class length of 20. Just find out first 50 to 70, 120 divided by 2. The class mark of the first class is 60. Because the class length, class height is 20, go on adding 20. 60 plus 20, 80. 80 plus 20, 100. 100 plus 20, 120. 120 plus 20, 140. 140 plus 20, 160. Class mark. Understand, we have found out, okay. After finding the class mark, what we are targeting now is, as you all know, you must have you have done this in step in already assume mean method, di that is assumed, understand, mid value di we are looking for, di that is xi minus a, concentrate here. What we are doing now, first the marking of a. Generally what we are taking, we take a against the highest frequency, that is what we adopt. I'm insisting to the student that you should take a mid value against the highest frequency as a. Doesn't mean that I am just forcing you. You can take any frequency and against that mid value you can take it as a. Understand? But my insistence remains that you should take mid value against the highest frequency as a, will comfort more in example, okay? So this is the highest frequency. Let me block this one. This becomes a for us, okay dear student? Di xi minus a, 60 minus 80, that is minus 20. Is it clear in your mind? 60 minus 20, okay. Then as you all know, 80 minus 80, that is 0. Now xi minus a, 100 minus 80, that is 20. Now dear student, you all know the difference of 20 going to occur, okay? 40, then 60, and then 80, okay? After finding di, because we are doing not assume mean method, we are doing step deviation method. So what you should do now? Now dear student, one more column you have to make, which we call ui, okay? What is the formula of ui? Di upon h. That means every di is to be divided by class height. You understood this? Every di to be divided by class height. What is di? Class height you all know dear student, 20. So each value to be divided by 20, minus 20 upon 20, that is minus 1. 0 upon 20, that is 0. 20 upon 20, that is 1. 40 upon 20, that is 2. 60 upon 20, that is 3. 80 upon 20, that is 4. This is the way you can find the column of ui. In step deviation method, one more column get inserted here, that is of ui. ui equal to di minus h. Every di to be divided by class height. Now the next column, that is fi ui. If you can remember, at that time in assume mean method we are taking fi di. Here we have to take fi ui, okay? So which two column you need to multiply? You can understand the values of column 2 and column 5, okay? Just target this. This is fi, that is ui. 10 into minus 1, that is minus 10, okay? Then 18 into 0, that is going to be 0. 7 into 1, that is 7. 6 into 2, that is 12, okay? Then 5 into 3, that is 15. 4 into 4, that is 16. Sigma. Now we have found fi ui. Please concentrate. For finding fi ui, you will multiply the values in second column and the fifth column, and now as you all know, sigma FI UI, only one negative value as you all know, -10, and plus all positive value. Okay, 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 5, okay, 14 plus 6 20, 2 carry, okay, 2 plus 2 carry, this is 50, okay. Okay, minus plus minus you all know very well, 40. Let us find the total of the frequency, that is sigma Fi. Okay, just total it. 18 plus 10, 28 plus 7, 28 plus 7, 35, 35 plus 6, 41, 41 plus 9, 50. Okay. First, dear student, please concentrate and understand the columns which we have made. First, class are given, frequencies given. When class and frequencies are given, first, as we have done in in assume in method, you have to target to find class mark. How to find the class mark, that I have already explained you in previous lecture also and this lecture also. Uh, Class mark, just add the boundary, divide by 2 and just go on adding the equal class height of 20 which is given. Di you know how to do. This is new for you in step deviation method. Each di to be divided by equal class height which is already given 20. So divide each by 20 and you get minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, dear student, are you marking one very important fact, that when you find di, you will see a regular increase of 20, minus 20 plus 20, 0, then 20, then 40, then 60, then 80. You will see a regular increase of 20 when you find di, because the class height is 20. Similarly, if you see ui, you will see the regular increase of 1. Can you understand this thing? This is what I am precisely just explaining you, that if any confusion may prevail sometime in making column, and if you just want to analyze that either the column of di has been done by you correct, so you need to see the gap must be increasing in regular order of the class height, and ui always increases by 1. You will get always in ui against a0. Understand, here minus 1, if one more class, minus 2, minus 3, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way you will get ui always. Okay. So the columns are ready. And now, dear student, the formula x bar, you need to remember this formula also. A plus sigma Fi ui upon sigma Fi into one another additional factor in step deviation method, that is class height. Okay. In assume mean method, what we were taking, a plus sigma Fi ui upon sigma Fi, the formula was limited to that extent only. When you are adding the factor of ui, that is in step deviation method, what changes you see? One change here, sigma Fi ui, and one change here, h is additional factor added. Let us substitute the value. 80 plus sigma Fi ui, that is 40, upon sigma Fi, that is 50. Class height you all know, that is 20. Cancellation, whatever is possible to be done, 5 8 ja. So this is now 80 plus 16. So your final answer of mean is 96. Okay. Verify this, dear student, properly. Understand? Before we move to another example consisting some variate data, just verify the columns here. Okay. First, just have a quick look at the example, how it is done, how the columns are made, how to assess out and conclude whether your column of DI and column of UI we will always get in this regular increase of 1 in order. Okay. Verify this. Then we are targeting one another example where some minor confusion needs to be solved. Okay. Remember the name of the method, step deviation method. Okay. Right. I'm giving a little time to for you so that you can analyze how to make columns. Okay. New formula, how to substitute the values, and as I always tell you, never touch value of a till end. Here whatever value you substitute, cancel to the possible level, convert it into decimal, and then either it has to be added or subtract, depends on the value of sigma FIUI. Okay. So first example today, let me target another example. Okay. Here the title we are keeping as it is. Right. Example number 2, where I am going to target not a continuous data, but I am going to target in this example a discrete data. What is the meaning of discrete or discontinuous data? That I am going to explain when I show class and frequency here. Okay, I'll explain you what is the meaning of discrete data. Suppose, dear student, let us write one example. Class, please note down 202, okay, 299, 302, 399, note down 402, 499, 502, 599, 602, 699, 702, 799, 802, 999. Okay, till here. And then frequencies are given this way: 3, then 61, frequency of the second class, then 118, that is frequency of third class, then 139, then 126, okay, 151 and 2. These are frequencies given. Okay. Now, dear student, when we target this example, I first want to explain that this is not a continuous data but discrete data. How will you understand? Just precisely be watchful. See the classes given and compare it with the previous example you have done just now. This is discrete data, discontinuous, 200 to 299. If it would have been a continuous data, then the second class has to start with 299, but it is starting with 300. That's why this is called discrete or discontinuous data. When, dear student, you come across such example consisting of discrete data, there is only one point on which you have to concentrate, that is on taking the class height. See, dear student, if I ask you what is the class height of this class, means every class, so you will normally start thinking 99, 200 to 299. Obviously, any student will start thinking that way. But whenever you come across such discrete or discontinuous data, in taking the class length, please be more conscious. Whatever you normally take one more. So what is the class length you will take? 100. Remember this thing. Okay. That is the only point which is very important. Now as usual, we are solving 200 to 299, that is 499 upon 2. So what is that? 249.5. That is the first class mark, 249.5. This is clear in your mind, no, dear student? Normal class length which you count, you have to take one more in discrete or discontinuous data. Go on adding 100. 349.5, then go on adding 100, 449.5, then 549.5, then 649.5, 749.5, 849.5. Mid values class mark as you are finding every time. This is the only striking thing which you need to remember. That is regarding the class height. Understood? Now di, as you all know, dear student, the highest frequency. Here watch one thing very consciously. If you go on taking the mid value against the highest frequency, the highest frequency lies here in the bottom. That's why also I have selected this example, that many students might have such queries also. What type of query? That sir has suggested that you should take value of A from the mid value which is against the highest frequency, but here I want to alter it a little bit because the highest frequency lie in the bottom. Okay, so you can do this way also, dear student. Let me take this frequency which is in middle, and I am targeting 549.5 as A. You can do this way also. And then you just go on subtracting, okay, xi minus A minus 300, xi minus A minus 200, xi minus A minus 100, 0, here xi minus A, that is 100. Then as you all know, dear student, I have explained you in the first example that in DI you will get a regular gap of 100 because the class height is 100. Okay. How to find UI? Class length is 100. Okay, dear student, if you take 99 as class length, it will create extreme confusion in your mind. So whenever you get any such data which is discrete or discontinuous, you should have to take class length one more than the normal which you see. Okay, divide by 100, you will get minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, then 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, Fi Ui. You will multiply this two column values of second and 5. 3 into minus 3, that is minus 9. 61 into minus 2, that is 2 1 ja 2, okay, means 122. 118 minus 1 minus 118, let me write this way, okay, minus 9. 139 into 0, that's 0. 126 into 1, that is 126. 151 into 2, that is 302. Okay, 2 1 ja 2, 2 15 ja 30, 302. 2 into 3, that is 6. Okay, now let us find sigma Fi Ui. What you will do, you will add the negative term first, as I told you. Okay, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 8, okay, 19, okay, 19, 9, 1 carry, 2 plus 1 plus 1, 4, minus 249, plus add all positive numbers, okay, 6 plus 6, 12 plus 2, 14, 1 carry, okay, that is 3 and 4, that is 434. You understood this? Minus 249 plus 434. Okay, minus plus minus, just go on subtracting. Okay, for just take an example, 14 minus 9, that is 5, 2, 12 minus 4, that is 8, and 1, 185, that is sigma Fi Ui. Now as you all know, x bar equal to, formula you all know, A plus sigma Fi Ui upon sigma Fi into H. Sometime if dear student you write in formula here n, nothing wrong in that, okay? Because sigma Fi is ultimately the total of all this. Just add all this sigma Fi, just add by yourself immediately total of the frequencies, okay, add them. All frequencies that is to be added, okay. What is the answer you are getting? You must have done it, right? 600. Right. Now dear student, let us substitute the values. A, what is that? 549.5. Sigma Fi Ui, what is that? 185. Sigma Fi, what is that? 600. Into H, that is the class height which is showing variation, you know. This is cancelled, okay. You have to divide it by 6, 549.5, 6 3 ja 18, okay. Just divide it 185 upon 6, that is to be converted, okay. 6 3 ja, then 0, 50, okay. So 6 8 ja, and then 6 8 ja, 48, 2 6 3 ja, 30.83. Here 0. Just go on adding it, 3, 8 plus 5, 13, okay. 1 carry, 1 plus 9, 10, 0, 1 carry, 3 plus 1, 4 plus 4, 8, and here 5. 580.33, that is the mean we have got. Verify properly, dear student, and mark one very important fact which I want to discuss with you in this example. Whenever you get such data which is a discrete data, you understood this, no? This is discrete, discontinuous data. At that time, class length needs to be taken one more than the normally which you are taking by seeing the classes, okay. Here if you just watch it, 200 to 299, so you will tempt to take class length as 99, but you should not. You should take class length one more, okay, right. So that is, this is again one example of step deviation method. Two examples of step deviation method, dear student, which we have taken. In both the example, what I have targeted in the first one, the data was of regular class height, regular class length. Here the data is discrete or discontinuous. In our material also I have mentioned that you will learn to find mean of continuous data and discrete data. Understand? So just verify it properly. The complete example. Okay. Sometime the mistake may take place here in finding sigma Fiui and then substituting values, and sometime mistake may take place in division, okay, and addition, subtraction, some minor mistake, and you will lose the whole total mark in the example. So be very conscious when you do any cancellation and division, okay. Now dear student, one more thing. Yes, in our first lecture I have given you to calculate from self-learning practice example number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by assume mean method. Now remember one more thing before I deliver homework today. In step deviation method, what you should concentrate on the self-learning practice 1 given in material, okay. First you verify it, because when I write homework, first you just do one thing, dear student. You already have a physical copy in front of you. First you do one thing, verify example number 6 to 13 first, then I will deliver you the homework. What difference you can see in data, and one more thing, when you verify all illustration from 6 to 13, in number 6, if you are just seeing with me, in the last class, see the class are given 0 to 6, 6 to 10, 10 to 14, 14 to 20, 20 to 28, 28 to 38, and there, dear student, by mistake it is printed 83. Please make a change there, 38 to 40. Okay, that is 38 is the lower boundary, not 83. Do one thing, just in 1 minute time, you just verify example from 6 to 13 and try to first analyze which are example involving regular class length and continuous data, and which are the example involving regular class length and discrete data. Please try to verify it. Just verify. Before I deliver homework here, okay? First you need to verify it properly. What is actually given 6 to 13 example consist of some example of continuous regular class length data and some of discrete discontinuous regular class length data. Just try to verify it. Okay, when I give homework today in today's lecture, before that you just need to verify that which one are continuous and which one are actually discontinuous or discrete data. Okay, so see dear student, in homework, first homework in today's lecture, I am mentioning the example number here, okay, from self-learning practice. Self-learning practice 1, okay. See dear student, example number, if you can verify 8, 9, 12, 13, you check in your material, 8, 9, 12, 13, all to be done by step deviation method. You understood this? You have to solve by step deviation method only. But this 4 example which I have mentioned here are actually example of continuous data. So you do not have to worry about any variation in the class length. Then I mentioned, see from your material number 7, 10, 11, you verify. Example, that's why I am writing homework this way. Example 7, 10, 11, you verify dear students. See in 7, the class are given 50 to 52, then the next 53 to 55, 56 to 58, 59 to 61. Understand discontinuous data. Similarly in 10 also, 300 to 399, 400 to 499. In 11 also, 21 to 25, 26 to 30. What you have to do? Because it is a discontinuous data, the class length to be taken by increasing by 1. Okay. And now dear student, one more example, number 6. You verify that particular example number 6. You are not seeing this example, neither it is continuous data, neither discrete data, no regular class length at all. See, 0 to 6, then 6 to 10, 10 to 14, till here class length looking 4. Now 14 to 26, 20 to 28, 8, 28 to 38, 10, 38 to 42. So each and every class has different class height. Then how can you solve? Can you solve it by step deviation method? Not at all dear student. Only this one particular example, understand, you have to solve it by assume mean method. Please note down this. Assume mean method. Whenever you come across data dear student consisting irregular class length, either you can adopt shortcut method, that is that sigma fi xi upon n will be more convenient, or you can take assume mean method. So in today's homework, example number 6 to 13, but first to be done by assume mean method. Why? Because it involves data with irregular class height 8, 9, 12, 13 to be done, regular data, continuous data, regular class height but discrete data where class length is to be taken increase by 1 then the normally you count. Okay. So this is, dear student, homework for today's lecture. Okay. So one more thing, in chapter number 14 statistic, we have completed the department of mean of the data. Understand, in these two lectures. Next lecture we will target another measures of central tendency, that is mode of the data. Okay. Thank you very much.